भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। It is our great fortune that we have all been able to gather here in this evening twilight time, favorable for worship of the divine, that we could sing his powerful name for 1 hour as Sankirtan and offer them as Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. And whatever is left over of the day, we shall continue to offer every action that falls into our hand as Seva lotus, as an instrument in his hands. Now today, we shall see one more story, a story which is well known to people already, yet it makes a certain lesson that we all have to learn in case we have not learned it before. And what is that? We all know in Mahabharata how the Pandavas were cheated by the Kauravas and sent on Vanvas, that is, in exile to a forest. So altogether they had to spend about 13 years in exile. Now, as soon as the game was over, when Dharmaputra lost his wife also to Duryodhana, we all know how Duryodhana wanted to humiliate Draupadi. He sent his younger brother to bring her to the court. And we all know how humiliatingly Dushadhan brought her by dragging her by the hair. And she was crying out, she was screaming. She was always proud of her husbands. She thought they were valorous and they were a great protection to her. So now she was screaming for protection from her valorous husbands. But what happened? They all hung their head in shame and were unable to help her out of this. Then she stood there in the court with streaming tears and appealed to all those great people who were decorating the court. Bhishma Pitamaha, Dronacharya, Vidura, and Dhritarashtra himself. She was appealing again and again and again, trying to invoke pity in them so that they would come to her rescue. But then what happened? They also hung their head in shame and somehow would not help her. For some reason or the other, for some excuse or the other, they would not come to her help. And that's when she raised both her hands and shouted, screamed, Krishna. And then, when she shouted Krishna's name, instantly the help came, and how her honor was saved. Much later, when Draupadi asked Sri Krishna, why wouldn't he help her in the beginning itself? He knew intuitively what was happening to her. And why wouldn't he rush to help her? You know what Krishna said? First, you called out your husbands. You thought they could help you out of it. And then you appealed to all the great ones of the court, thinking they could come to your help. It's only finally, when there was no hope at all, when you thought you were losing everything, You screamed, and immediately, instantly, I came to your help. I rushed to your help. You didn't call me in the first place. So this is it. This is the lesson that we all have to remember. We do not know that we should call out to God in the beginning itself. Many of us think that the money that we have in the bank, the power, the job that we possess, all the relatives, and then the friends would come to our help. They are our strength and protection. But then, strangely, certain situations develop in life. By the will of God, to learn the greatest lesson of life, and that is God alone is our strength and protection. There is nothing else, no one else. So all the time we think that this will help and that will help, this person would come to our help. But there comes a time when nobody could help for their own reasons. They are busy with their own life and they are busy with their own reasons. And that's when we remember God and then we take refuge at His feet. So let's remember this lesson. Bhagavan said, where there is faith in God, there is faith in the Guru, there is no fate. So let us keep on chanting His name with deep faith that He is our refuge, He is our strength, He is our protection. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, we beg you again and again, for that's all we can do, and that we do a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to today's world of violence. So many incidents of violence, very unsettling, sickening, frightening. We beg you, Bhagavan, for you are the cosmic controller. Please bring in peace, unity, discipline, order, and harmony into the lives of people, so that people would live a dharmic life with remembrance of God, the remembrance of the name. Otherwise, people would live any way they like, creating a philosophy of their own to justify whatever they are doing. And Bhagavan, we beg you again to stop those violent wars that are going on with disastrous effects. Please bring in peace and harmony. And please bless this world, all the countries of the world, so that there should be no thought of war at all among the countries of the world. There should be no mention of the word war. Only you can do it. And we also beg you to keep under control all those killer, cruel diseases and violent furies of nature and devastating accidents. Above all this, we beg you again and again to uproot all the negativities of the human mind, all the asuric thoughts of the human mind which are responsible for today's world of violence. Whichever country people belong to, whatever language they speak, whatever religion they have embraced, the law of karma will hit them no matter what. It doesn't wait for their faith. It acts immediately at the right time And he doesn't spare. It's unsparing, relentless, precise. So people, to whichever culture they belong, whichever country they belong, they too get into endless suffering without help or protection. But then above all this is the costless grace of God. Let us appeal to His compassion and generosity and pray to Him to reach out to all those people who are distressed without help or protection. We also pray to you, Bhagavan, to protect all those unselfish people who have been working hard for the welfare of the others from unnecessary, unworthy, unhealthy remarks of criticism and aspersion. We beg you again to promote the economy of the country and its growth, the growth in varied fields of activity, right from science and technology to spirituality, so that India, at its highest state, will become the world teacher to conduct the whole world in the path of Dharma. Bhagavan, we pray to you in all earnestness and sincerity for ceaseless and joyful chanting of your powerful name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings, so that we assimilate them and make them into our Atma Shakti. We know every creature in this creation is only your instrument. Yet, we pray to you to bless us all to be only sattvic instruments and not rakshasic, even by mistake. Please bless our life so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace, the state of pure awareness of yours. But then we know that our minds need to be purified. Right now, it's full of that residual, latent tendencies of the past karmas and worldly desires. So what happens? There are sudden attacks of vicious fear, which sometimes turns into killer fear. And there is vicious anger. And what happens? We pour out, abuse, harshest words, which could not be taken back. And again, jealousy, vengeance, passion, and sorrow. Yes, sorrow. Despite all the blessings that we possess already from the divine, we find out something that we lack in by comparing ourselves with other people, and then we hold on to it. We hang on to it and blow it out of all proportion. And finally land in depression and lifelong medicine. Bhagavan, you have thundered out that the divine name is a very powerful weapon which can destroy all our past karmas and the vasanas of the mind, and that it would purify our mind and heart. We take refuge in your powerful name and seek your blessings for our early purification. The Nama can be your umbrella in the pouring rain of sufferings of life. It can be your chappals when the sun is burning up there. So let us remember what Bhagavan has taught. Let us call him out as we saw in today's story. Instead of seeking the help of this person, that person, right from the beginning, we can call out to God, we can appeal to him. Whatever prayer comes to us is very natural. Whatever we want is also natural. But then let us seek it from God, Bhagavan. If we don't ask him for it, we'll be asking every Tom, Dick and Harry. And Bhagwan, wherever we live in this world, whatever work falls into our hand, we know it is all your work. We should be able to do the work in the spirit of service to you and joyfully at that, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that all this would go into our Atma Shakti. And Bhagwan, we beg you to bless us all to practice acceptance. Acceptance of what? Whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or grief. It's based upon our past karma, the karmic account, and Bhagwan's will. But then it comes from Bhagwan. It happens by His will, and therefore it's got to be a blessing. It is in fact a greater blessing for our greater good, meant for our spiritual growth, for our spiritual transformation, for our closer kinship with God. So when a bad karma begins to take over, we know what happens. Life turns over. The lifeboat capsizes. And then what happens? We collapse. We resent God and His grace, feeling terribly let down by Him, and then begin to blame others for our own failures, little realizing that we have invited our own sufferings of life by our past accounts. We are answerable to somebody's tears if we cause them. But Bhagwan, out of His compassion and generosity, puts a blessing even in the punishment. And what does it do? It pushes us back to God. And then we realize that, as we saw in the story today, neither the relatives nor the friends nor our money or position in life would come to our help in times of need. Only God is our help and strength and protection. Every adversity would end up in a higher wisdom, purifying our mind, and God's power begins to take root in the mind, in the heart. Bhagwan, we beg you to bless us all, to be grateful to you even for the adversities of life. And we beg for your powerful blessings to reach out to all the species of the cosmos in order to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we who have been seeking only solutions for endless problems of life, now finally seek dissolution of what? The root cause of the vicious cycle of births and deaths, the ahambhava, the identification with the body, the utter selfishness, the I and mine that rule all our lives. We beg you, Bhagwan, to uproot this ahambhava and promote Atma Bhava, so that we all be blessed with that immortal life, that eternal living in merger with you, or eternal servitude to you in surrender. To you, the eternal supreme divinity. Jai Ram Sri Kumar.